we're live.
We're live. We are
Yes.
live.
Hello.
Okay.
Hi, RD.
Hi, Ursula. Good afternoon. Good
Good
afternoon
afternoon.
from Sydney. We are excited, both excited today. We have a special guest. Okay. So, hi everyone. Good afternoon from Sydney, Australia. Welcome to season 4, episode 13 of Road to Success Digital Entrepreneur Stories. I'm so excited, and Roselle as well, to be here with you live today. Together, we were gonna bring to you a special guest. But before we jump in, let me quickly introduce myself. Okay, so I'm RD, a proud mom of three and a global business owner. I used to work as a programmer, then systems analyst, both back in the Philippines, and also an application developer for about a year here in Sydney. But when I became a mom to my third son, I knew I wanted to slow things down and live more intentionally. So I shifted to a less stressful role and eventually started my own online business on the side. Okay. So you may probably ask why I did that. It's because, let's be honest, no job is ever guaranteed forever. So I didn't want to wait for a crisis before building a backup. I wanted something flexible, future proof, and meaningful. And this business gave me that. So, so stick around because today's conversation will be real, inspiring, and maybe even give you a nudge to start your own journey as well. So let me bring to you Roselle, my business partner, to also introduce herself and our special guest.
Yes. Hello and happy Saturday, everybody. I am Rosel. I'm a Filipina and I am an overseas Filipino worker because I am currently based in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia as an IT professional. I've been in IT for more than 20 years now, and I am a mom of two boys and a digital business owner too. So I am running this online business alongside my full-time IT job because why not, right? It's very flexible. It's something I can do even with my mom duties and my full-time job. And the reason I'm doing this is because I am building my bigger dreams for myself and my family because I've noticed that I've been working for a long time and overseas at that, and a lot of people think um, yeah, you're in IT, you're probably okay. Then why are you still doing this, right? But we can't deny in this point in time, multiple income streams is the way to go because there is no actual job security, and we know that from the past pandemic, right? And I believe there's more to life than just being an OFW and employed because I don't want to rely on my salary forever, especially with my growing kids, and for my future retirement. And also, I want to go back home to the Philippines and to look after my parents. So I was looking for a business that I can do without compromising my working status as an expatriate here in Malaysia, and that is something I can do flexibly because, yeah, I'm working full time. So today we are also featuring a guest who is a lot like RD and myself. Because she too is an expatriate. She's outside her home country, and there are challenges to that. Believe me, because of course you're away from family. You have to make it on your own. And of course, there are challenges being away from your home country, right? But more impressively, she has thrived enough to work as an online business owner, even with a busy nursing background. And how exactly does she do it? Let's let her talk about it. Yes, so we're glad to introduce today Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Hello, Rosal, and hello, Adi, and hello, audience.
Hello. Yeah,
Hi,
Tracy,
Prince.
could you introduce yourself and your
Hi.
background? Yes.
Okay, so as Adi and Rosal were introducing me, like I'm Crazy. I'm professionally, I am associate nurse unit manager by profession, and I'm also doing this business successfully for the last 4 years. This is my fourth year, and I basically come from Kerala, India, and I've got my husband and two kids here, who are 12 years old and 7 years old. That's the little background of me.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing a bit about yourself, Praise. And thank you so much for being here. We're from the same beautiful country, Australia, and we're loving Australia, right?
We,
And same time
yeah,
zone.
definitely. Yeah. I love this
Yeah.
country. Yeah. Yeah. I'm so glad I'm here. Yeah. Apart from what Rosal was saying, just the help is less, but the country is beautiful. The people are lovely. Yeah.
Yeah, we're so blessed. Okay, so welcome to our live series again, and thank you
Yeah.
for saying yes. And I would like to also say, guys, our amazing guests from the past, today, and the future ones, they join us out of kind and pure heart. So they're doing this for free, and we are really grateful to them. They're taking time out of their day, to share their story and inspire us all. So thank you so much and appreciate you, Praising. So on to our first question.
Yeah. I think it's
Can
also
you
a privilege. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So
No,
can you take us a bit can you take us back a bit? What was life like before you found this business opportunity, and what made you say, "Oh, I'm going to go for this. I'm going to go for it."
yeah. So if I say one word of my life before this business, it was a whirlwind. So what was happening was like I was going happy with my job, my career. I was always like very career oriented. I finished my masters and I thought, okay, I struggled a lot, just like my parents were thankfully they came around, helped me with my studies, just with household things and everything. They helped me, so I was able to do my studies successfully. And I squeezed myself, to complete my masters in a year, which was a real stretch for me. And my husband was doing his postgrads. Like, it really took a toll on us as a family. And unfortunately, obviously our kids have to be the ones who are suffering, I would say. Of
Mhm.
course we did it, in the long run we were thinking about them. Okay, hopefully we can cut down on hours, all those things were there in our mind, but it never happened. Okay, so then it was more like more responsibilities coming at work, and portfolios coming at work, which I used to even bring home work. And so it was not like a day off for me. It was more responsibilities, more things to do. And it really started affecting me emotionally. And just to juggle with both full-time work. My husband's also a nurse by profession. So I used to do 2 years, I did full-time night shift, just to adjust with our hours and everything. And he was doing day nights together. And it really got an emotional toll on me. And physically, I wasn't affected that much, but emotionally I was going crazy. I thought, okay, this is enough, and I'm not going to do night shifts anymore. And from that time onwards, I was always thinking I want to do something part-time. And then when my second daughter came along, I was like, oh no, how am I going to do all this? So I had thoughts about coming down on on my hours, but it never happened. Because obviously when we think about family back home, family, living expenses rising here, when the kids grow up, they need activities, all those things. And cutting down, and I would love to help others as well, all those things. We still need income, isn't it? So cutting down on my hours, was not I didn't know where to get that income, where do I supplement that income. And I was looking true. We thought about many other businesses, but both of us, we don't have any business background. And we were thinking, of many things, and we are seeing our friends do many businesses. And then we realized, it takes a lot of time. We really have to be fully involved in it, and it's not going to be possible because we are already stretched. And I was looking
Yeah.
like that. I think this is a divine appointment that God gave me in front of me. And I saw my mentors Sharon in front of me. And yeah, that's the journey where I started. And then, and then it was all history. Yeah.
Mm. Yeah. We can relate with like how busy you are. Although probably the nursing career is much busier than ours. You have your
Yeah.
night shifts and all.
And on top of that, I was also doing like church volunteer works and all that. It was all that was all my passion actually. So I didn't want to give up that, for something else. So, but to manage everything was like a whirlwind. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So finding this business is really a gem to busy moms because like traditional businesses, it will really eat so much time from you. So
Yeah.
this business is flexible. So we are really thankful to have found this business, and we really wanted to share it to everyone, as many as possible, because this will really help you get to your dreams, get to your goals without really sacrificing time with from your family.
I
Yeah.
like the part where she mentioned we don't have business background,
Yeah.
but with this business, it is not a problem, because everything is provided for you to start. It's a business in a box, essentially,
True.
right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Then let's move on to the next question. Given that you're from a nursing background, right? Was it ever a challenge? I would imagine the first thought from someone in a medical background going into this digital marketing background would be quite difficult, right? But how did you thrive at it anyhow? And what particular skills did you gain from this business that you didn't get from your nursing background?
Okay.
Mm,
Yes, it was a completely different thing outside my comfort zone. So when I mean, I was happy in my nursing job. I can manage medical emergencies. Do audits. Do like how my manager. I'm happy to run PICU. I work in a pediatric intensive care. I was all happy like that. But the first thing itself, what is sales funnel, what is branding, what is an algorithm, what is
mm,
content creation, all these terms were like a different language to me. It just found so I was like, it was all very different. I even did not know how to do a good post in Canva. Though I remember, when I was doing my masters, we were introduced to Canva. But I think I did the worst in that presentation because of the Canva, because I had no idea what, how to navigate that or anything like that. But so I did a PowerPoint presentation rather than a Canva. So that's how, so that's how I was very comfortable with my own world, and this was like a complete different world for me. But here's what, surprised me is we always, I think with nurses, no offense to IT, but nurses, we always build a lot of resilience, empathy. And I think in my career, problem solving is a big thing, okay, as a manager. So all these qualities have actually, I was able to transfer it to my business, okay, because we we do service for people as well, and we are a people based business. So
mm,
that's all helped me. But at the same time, these terms, being a tech savvy, was all a very big thing for me. But I did not give up, but the beauty of it is, as Roselle was mentioning, our business comes in a box. Okay, so we have an automated system that runs on its own when we can do our own things, like 24/7. Okay, even when I'm running on my toes, like it's still working for me. When I'm in bed resting after a night shift, the business still runs for me. That's what the beauty of an automated system is. Okay, and then a step-by-step training, it's amazing. Okay, you cannot find such a world-class training, I would say. Okay, and like I'm a very audio visual learner. I think most adults are. Okay, and to see something and do it, just duplicating what we are seeing it on a screen, is something like wonderful. Like so someone's like, it doesn't feel like you're doing it alone. Okay, it feels like someone's teaching me, like someone's actually talking to me, like and I'm just navigating through what all they say. Like even if it is to put two dots, like it is explained in the video, and then we just transfer it across. So that's how simple it is. Like to be honest, in the first time, like when I was going through the training, when I opened the training site, I think our first this thing is to create a Gmail account, and I'm like, who on earth doesn't know how to make a Gmail account? Like that's how simple our business, like training site is. Okay, so that's what it is. So it was all very manageable. So what I'm telling the audience is, if you are teachable, okay, and if you have the willingness to do anything consistently, like this is the best platform that we can. Okay, and like where Roselle, the when you asked about what skills like I gained through it. Okay, I was always camera shy. Even now I'm not great at cameras, but like I can talk to, like once I become like friendly, I can talk a lot. But otherwise I'm very bad at, like I'm not an extrovert, I would say. Like I can speak like but now I'm talking to our team members, like in live. This is something that was out of my comfort zone. And and the beauty is, like I can tell my story, like I can never tell a story even to my kids, like because I tell like all jumbled, like that skill of storytelling, like and sharing my journey with others to inspire them. It is all like beyond my expectation. And and I had no sales background, as Roselle I said, like there's no like I have no business background at all, no sales background, no marketing background. But that's how good our training site and our platform is, where we are taught first and then we help others teach as well. So that confidence that in my voice, like in a value that I give above my, like above what I am. Okay, and yeah, so I feel very meaningful, and uh, like in all the skills that I've gained, I would say.
Yes, we could probably
Yeah.
relate to that. We love Canva too. We love Canva.
Yes,
Um,
definitely.
and
Yeah.
yes to when you said the trainings are really world class trainings.
Yeah.
That is really true. So you're given step by step instructions, and you just have to really follow, and you don't need to
Yeah.
really be like an IT expert or anything like that, but you just have to. It's very user friendly, so you can easily follow. So anyone without business background, without technical skills, can jump into this business.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the part where you can bring forward your skills you already got from your current background. Like you
Oh,
said, right? In
definitely.
nursing, yeah, you deal with people and you're able to bring that forward too. That's amazing.
Yeah.
Right.
Or even if you
Um,
have no, sorry, may I
I'm
just
done.
add, even
Yeah.
if you have no people skills, like many of us are, introvert, shy,
Yeah.
but with this
Correct.
business, you get to develop your
Yeah.
your soft skills. You have so
Yes.
many
Definitely.
opportunities inside to develop your soft skills. So this is really a great, like they said,
And
one
the
box
thing is,
business.
yeah.
Yes. please.
Yeah, and the thing is, sometimes we feel like, I have no talents, I have nothing, like, I can't, unless you explore it, really, you're not going to find it. Okay. I think I didn't work too hard, I think, but, it just came out of me instantly, I think, like, many things. Okay. I think, like, many of us, like, that's what we are just crumbled inside. Like, we just think, oh, I don't have any talent for that. I don't have a business background. I won't be able to survive a business. Like, that's the mentality that we all, like, because we all learn, like, especially if you're in a good career and very career oriented, it's like, oh, I can only learn and do things, but I am never going to be out of that comfort zone. That's our preoccupied mind says. But, you never know unless you really explore it. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the part where you mentioned to be teachable, right? Because you have to
Yes.
recognize there is stuff you don't know. That's why you need to
Yeah.
explore. Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And also you in other words, you discover your full potential.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Yeah.
you never know that you're able to do this and that, and then with this opportunity
Yeah.
you're able to really discover yourself more, um what other things you can do. Okay, so
Yeah.
thanks for that. On to our next question. um with a family and challenging career, all those that you've shared as a nurse or from the nursing industry, just how do you find to run your digital business?
Okay. Yeah. So one thing I've learned is, like, throughout this journey, is that time doesn't magically appear for any of us. We all have 24 hours a day, and but for some things which is our priority, we have to intentionally create it. Okay. So for me, like, time just means, like, it's not like, I have a set time for this. Okay. Like, I have to create, like, even if it's pockets of time. Okay, we just use it wisely. When I say using time wisely, I am I was a person who would spend a lot of time on my day offs, like, see, like, watching Netflix or YouTube, and, just, spending my time. And you never know, actually, like, when we scroll, we don't actually think, oh, like, you should, like, if you're a very what is it person, like, interested person, like, this is something that you have to think. Just put the clock on and just think, or go back to your history and see how much time you spend on your social media. Okay, so we all have, like, I used to do that. Okay, and then I used to feel guilty for myself as well. Oh no, I spent that much time. Okay, but now I feel like, okay, I'm using that time wisely. Okay, and,
Mm.
I've got two kids. They have three activities each for them. Okay, so whenever they go, like, even if it's piano classes or swimming or, like, football, like, whatever it is, like, how much time are we sitting there, like, ideally, like, how much can we watch? And like, of course, we cheer for them, like, we are there for them, but at the same time, some things we can't do anything there. Okay, those time, that time is enough. Okay, it's, for us to do a training or to do something in the business. Okay, so, and even on our shifts as well, like, we do have like 10 minutes. Okay, we can look through our like ads, how is it going, like, is there someone that needs a question, like, a question answered. All those things we can do. Okay, even if it's like 10-15 minutes, that's pockets of time is enough to do this business. Okay, and the beauty is, like, I've already told, the beauty of automation. Okay, so even if we are working, like, we are saving lives, and or resting after our shift, and like, we have a system that works for us, getting us leads, and like, and it is guiding people, like, they don't have to wait for our time too. Okay, they can take action in their own time. Okay, it's just us guiding through them. Okay, we are not sitting there explaining about the business or anything like that. They do get a set of videos where they can already watch. Like, they don't have to wait for our time. Okay, or we don't have to wait for their time. Okay, so information is free anytime. Okay, and the main thing is, that mindset shift, I think. Oh, this is one more thing I have to do. No, okay, business is not something that I think, okay, this is one more thing to do. Compared to a brick and mortar or traditional business, how wonderfully you can do this business, because you just need 1 to 2 hours a day and you can beautifully run this business. Okay, so it is not so. Some people, I think, when they hear about business, okay, I'm a businesswoman, they think, oh, I have to give all my sweat and energy for that. Okay, it's not like that. Okay, our business is very, very flexible. Whatever time you get, 1 to 2 hours a day, every day. And then if you have a day, a day shift, like a day off, like you can spend a bit more time there. Okay, so it doesn't have to be like, on one day you're sitting in front. And the beauty is, you don't even have to have the computer all the time. Some people have told me, oh, I can't be sitting in front of a computer all the time. No, you're not sitting on a computer all the time. Like, we encourage people to do the setup and everything in the computer because it's much more easy, bigger screen, everything. But then, we just need the phone and we can run the business wonderfully, like, wherever we are. Okay, so yeah. And yeah, that's what I feel like. So that's where I find the time. Like, even when, like, for example, like, we are all moms, right? Like, we have, like, lots of laundry to do, and I'm like, oh my god, where is this all piling up? Is there so many clothes that I've bought? Like, but during that laundry time we can watch, like, our training. Okay, so that's how, like, like, little jobs, like, if we can multitask, that's how I find my time. And yeah, that's the beauty of it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, well said. There's automation, there's flexibility. What else? What else do you need? I also do my trainings. Like, I watch our powerful business mastermind when I'm preparing the ingredients for my cooking. While I'm cooking,
Yeah.
while I'm ironing the clothes.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah, it's that
Okay.
simple.
Yeah, we actually have viewers. Let's say hi to them. Okay. So from Nariza Alama, good afternoon, everyone. Thank you
hi
for watching,
Nerys.
Nariza. Yeah. From Anne DG Santos, tuning in from Canada. Hi,
Wow.
Rosel and RD. Hello, it's 2 a.m. here and I can sleep.
Wow.
Thank
Wow.
you
Thank
for
you.
watching.
Thanks for tuning in, Anne.
Yes. Yes, to having multiple income streams. Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hi,
Hi,
Praisey.
Hi,
Tracy. Yeah.
and
Yes.
And
And
last
learning so
one.
much. Yeah, learning so much about ourselves, getting out of our comfort zones, and living to our fullest potential. These are just some of the
definitely.
benefits. Exactly. All right. So
Yes.
let's go
Thank you,
on to our
Anne.
last question. Yeah, Praisey, would you mind sharing what you consider
Yeah.
are your most significant milestones and rewards from your digital business journey?
Okay. So when I say about milestones, of course, like, even the basic milestone, I think I just consider it as a win-win. Okay. Like, little things. Even if I get an inquiry, I feel great about it. Okay. So and of course, like, the income is amazing. Okay. I came to this platform. Okay, thinking that, $1,000 per month is what I wanted, because if I cut down on my hours, I was just calculating, I don't want more, like, that was my thinking. Okay, I don't want more, like, whatever hours I'm cutting off, like, okay, so probably I'll have $1,000 less in a month. So I just want to compensate that. That's all I was thinking when I came to this business. But this business has been a blessing to me, like, over the years. It's beyond what I imagined. Okay, so thank God for that. Um, but saying that, honestly, there's more rewards beyond money. Okay, so money can be, we all know, like, money can buy a house, but we cannot bring a home. Okay, so that's what I love about this, like, the time freedom that I got, okay, to plan my life around my day around my life, and not just work, work, work. And I no longer dread missing, like, my kids' activities and, church activities. I remember the times that, because we both are, like, we have to adjust on days. We never had time together, like, as a husband and wife, we never had time, a day of our own together. We were just handing over our kids. Here you go, like, this is what I've done, this is what you need to do, and run away, like, one person, each person handing over and running away. And then, like, I used to, because he was working most of the other days, I was working only, like, weekend, night shifts. And it was really, like, the night shifts were killing me. And on top of that, I never had, how moms, like, we are like, in the mornings, wake up child, like, from that time onwards, we start yelling, yelling, yelling till they go to bed. And because most of the days it's school days, like, so you have to rush them for everything, and we are just yelling at them. So, and then the days they're at home, like, where they have to be relaxed, we are not there for them, like, I would be going on my night shift and coming back sleeping. So the only figure they got to is like a yelling mom. Okay, so I was, like, at one point I was like, I'm going to be a mom like that. Okay, I really felt bad for it, like, that mom guilt was really there in me. And at the same time, taking them to church, whenever, like, I used to go to church every week, but then, like, I was physically present, but mentally I was just shut off, like, I had no energy to pray, I had no energy to listen to any sermons, like, all those things where, like, at one point I was really feeling guilty about it. And that is a big thing that I got to change, that time freedom that I got. As nurses, we can make time, we can make money if we work overtime, or we can do extra shifts. We can definitely make a lot of money, but you're trading your time for money, isn't it? So that was something, the biggest thing I got beyond money, I would say. And then the personal growth, I can't deny it at all. Like, as I told, like, yeah, like, lot of leadership things, whatever I learn in the business, I apply it in my job as well, like, that's how I feel, like, and like, mentoring other women, like, empowering other people who feel they are stuck, okay, because of their, like, whatever it is, like the family issues, or, like, whatever it is, I really feel like, I'm empowering someone, like, I feel good about it. And they don't have to be stuck anymore if they have a dream. Okay, but like, helping women to dream more, and come out of their comfort zones, it really gives, we all know about Maslow's hierarchy. At the end of the day, it's not the money that we make or anything, but it gives us a sense of,
Fulfillment.
assimilation, or a sense of accomplishment. Okay, like the impact that I'm giving to someone. Okay, I had a nurse who was a single mom. She came into the business and she was telling me, like, how much she was running around in the whole of Melbourne to make, money, and, leaving her kids, they were very small. Like, it brought me tears in my life, like, and she was like, she was crying literally, and said, like, I wish someone actually said that there is a way other than that to me in my early age. Like, that's what she was telling me, and she was so grateful about it. And I thought, okay, that is the impact I am making, that gives me, like, so much happiness, like, I'm there, like, or our business is really helping others, like, turn their lives, isn't it? I think that's something, and we're just giving them, planting some seeds of hope to others. I think that is the biggest thing, like, and of course, seeing many people, like, being with like, my, like, of course, our milestones are all important to us, like, I don't deny that. Who doesn't like it, isn't it? When you and we have a very generous company that gives us a lot of bonuses and incentives. So that's all happiness. But when I see a team member succeed, someone who's come to the business because we have sponsored them, like when they are successful, it brings a lot of joy in my heart. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much for that wonderful, heartfelt, honest sharing of your story, inspiring other people as well, Tracy. That was beautiful.
No worries. Yeah.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you so much for having me, Adi and Rosal, and I hope, our audience is inspired as well. So yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
any final words to those who have doubts or who have fears about trying this out? What can you say to them?
Yeah, so we all felt like we were stuck at one point. Okay, so we I'm sure, all of us started our journeys when we were at that point, when we were on a low point. Okay, but you don't have to wait for that time to become low. Okay, you don't have to wait for the time to lose your job. You don't have to wait for a time that you are physically injured. Okay, or you don't have to wait for a time when your kids are gone astray. Okay, so you don't have to wait for that time. There is a way. Okay, you don't have to feel stuck. Don't think like you don't have to have a big business background or anything like that. Even as far as you are coachable. Okay, as far as you're ready to learn a new skill. Okay, whatever profession you are, whatever background you are, it doesn't matter. You should come and explore opportunity. I would gladly invite you for that. And when you come, even before jumping into the business, you get to see all of us. Okay, you get to see all the people in our platform who are from different countries. Rosel, Adi, and myself, we never met each other, in real world. Okay, but we are so connected because of our platform. That's how beautifully we are knitted. Okay, so and just come and see the unity in our or the oneness and the wonderful community that brings a lot of energy to each other. So you are doing it. I think most businesses, people fear, if I jump into a business, whether I can do it. Okay, whether I'll be alone, or whether I can move forward. That's the beauty of our community, that because we are knitted and we have experts also coming talking to us. We don't feel like we are alone. Okay, like as a business, we all have challenges, everything, but the beauty is we have someone to hold our hands and move forward. Okay, that's so
Yeah.
you can never be alone in this business. And so don't fear that you will be alone or you're going to lose in the business. As far as you're coachable and you're ready to learn a new skill, I would invite everyone to come and explore our platform. Like, you can connect with any one of us, and we'll be there for you.
Yes.
Yes,
That
exactly.
being
That's
said,
why.
yeah. That being said, we
Yeah.
would like to again invite you, encourage you all to really explore this opportunity. You can find us and you can register to our website. Mine is www.rdseguban.com.
Yes, mine is dreambigwithrosel.com and Tracy.
Yeah, mine's www.praisesworld.com.
All
Yes.
right. Thank you. Thank you so much, everyone. We'll see you again next time. Thank you so much, Tracy.
Thank you, Tracy.
Oh, thank
More
you. It's
blessings to
always an
you.
honor and privilege to talk about our business. Thank you so much for the
Yeah.
invite. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. God bless everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.